Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have some brand new updates here coming straight from the set of Metropolis itself. James Gunn's Superman 2025, brand new look at David Corenswet in the Superman suit, taking on a train, which looks awesome, and we have some set images as well, which look all kinds of great. So let's get straight to it guys, let's check out these updates and let's see what we can learn about this new movie. So this article comes to us from comicflicknews.com. First look, David Corenswet suited up as Superman in new set photos. So, James Gunn's DCU Superman reboot is currently filming in Cleveland, Ohio, and we finally have a new look at star David Corenswet suited up as the Man of Steel. Although Corenswet himself has yet to be seen on set, photos of the Daily Planet newspaper clippings reveal the actor in full costume as the iconic DC Comics superhero. So like I said guys, we've got some images of David Corenswet trying to stop a locomotive or a train, whichever word you want to call it, and we get kind of a blurry look at the suit and him kind of in action, which looks great. I'll show you those images in just a sec guys. So the images aren't the clearest, but they do provide a blurry glimpse of the new suit. It seems we have Trunks' confirmation, and an awesome look at the Man of Tomorrow, proving he's indeed more powerful than a locomotive. The accompanying text is difficult to decipher, but some eagle-eyed fans have spotted intriguing Easter eggs, including a mention of Anton Arcane. So check out the photos at the links below and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. So this is where it gets juicy here guys, so let's check out some of these images right here. So, taking a look at this first X post here, it comes to us from DC Film News. New photo of David Corenswet as Superman has been spotted on set. So if we have a look at this left picture here, we can see this comes to us from Metropolis Eagle, and it shows us a newspaper clipping here. You can't really see a lot from this image. Obviously Superman is displayed here in a almost kind of washed out image. Superman saves 20 after downtown building collapse. No fatalities in what could have been a tragic outcome. So it's a newspaper clipping about Superman saving a building after it collapsed, saving people I should say, and we get this image here. But if we go across to the next image, we get that blown up image of the Superman on the front of the newspaper. As you can see here, it's very washed out, it's very hard to tell, it's very blurry, but it does look really cool. This looks awesome. I mean, we can see here in a bit of detail, you can definitely see that he's wearing red trunks. There's going to be a lot of fans out there, including myself. I wanted to see the trunks come back. Yeah, I mean, they're cheesy, they're from a bygone era. A lot of people say they're out of date. Obviously, someone wearing his sort of his pajamas on the outside looks kind of ridiculous in a modern setting, but I think it's really cool. I think it's really charming. Harkens back to the older Superman iconography, and I kind of like it. So you can definitely see the trunks there. We can see he's got that classic pose where he's got his hands on his hips, kind of his fists on his hips. So that's great to see. We've got the Superman logo, very blurry. But yeah, so that gives us our first kind of look of David Corenswet in the Man of Steel suit, what he's going to be looking like in Superman 2025. So let's move on to the next post. So this one here, again, we've got that same image, so we're just going to skip that because we've just had a look at that one. This comes to us from DC Verso, by the way. So we have this image here, which is really, really wicked. As you can see, we've got David Corenswet, the Man of Steel himself. He's on the train tracks there. There's a train coming in, and he's at the forefront of the train, and he's leaning against it, stopping the train by the look of it. Either that, or he's pushing the train to get it jump started. Obviously, it's hard to tell from this image whether he's stopping it or whether he's starting it. But either way, it goes to show just how powerful he is, the fact that he can move a train by himself. But then again, he's Superman, so obviously we expect him to be that powerful. But just seeing him in action for the first time here is kind of cool. It's a shame that the image is a bit washed out and a bit blurry, and it's kind of from a newspaper. But as a fan of Superman, I'll take what I can get. So yeah, there we go guys. So that's Superman and a locomotive. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's go on to the next post. So this one here is the same newspaper image, but it's a bit of a zoomed out one, and we get the full actual front page of the Daily Planet article. So from DCU Updates, he's more powerful than a locomotive. And it says Superman stops an MTA rail from running off the tracks. Okay, so he's not jump starting the train. It's officially confirmed he's actually stopping the train. For whatever reason, during the film, maybe the villain has blown up the tracks, or it's just a natural disaster where something's happened and the train's going to be derailed. Superman's landed on the tracks and he's doing his thing and he's stopping the train and he's going to save a whole load of people. Again, classic iconography of Superman kind of stopping a train on the tracks. That's great to see. So let's move on to the next post. This one here. So this one's getting a little bit more mysterious. Not really sure what this one is about. So this comes to us from Brian Lumley. And it says, here's a better view of what appears to be a craft of some sort. The blue wrap will most likely be replaced in post. Underneath the canopy is a huge bank of bright lights. I believe the antagonist will descend the stairs covered by the brown tarp. So they're saying that this is potentially an alien spaceship, and this is kind of like the stairs that kind of come out of the aircraft or the UFO or the spaceship, whichever you want to call it. And they're saying that there's bright lights and stairs under this tarp here, and that the blue part here is probably going to be edited out in post-production. So it's a bit mysterious, we can't really see it, but we get a general kind of overall of the shape. Try and imagine in your mind, guys, what this might look like when it's finished and it's actually in the movie. I mean, can you see this being part of a spaceship? Imagining what's under the tarp as, you know, stairs with lights on it. So yeah, very mysterious, but again, a very cool image coming out of Metropolis. Also in the background here, I've just noticed, you can see the Daily Planet entrance to the newspaper here, which is pretty damn cool. You can see the Daily Planet globe above the door. And you've got this really big archway here, stone building, very classic. And you've got the golden kind of entrance to the Daily Planet, which is really wicked. So let's move on to the next post. So this comes to us from Una. Holy shit, Anton Arcane mentioned. Yeah, this is pretty cool here, guys. So let's take a look at this first image. So Lex Luthor wins Arcane Genius Award. And there's people saying there's literally no other explanation for this award to be named Let's Go, villain for the Swamp Thing movie. This is extremely funny because I was watching the 1990 Swamp Thing series as I saw that and my jaw dropped. So yeah, guys, the Arcane Genius Award, that's very cool. Could it potentially be setting up the villain for the Swamp Thing series? That would be an interesting way to find out. But yeah, that's a really cool name drop there, guys. There'll be a lot of people that'd be happy with that. And obviously, for those of you who may not know, this is Arcane here. Pretty damn cool character. Very messed up kind of creatures surrounding him. And I have to admit, I don't know much about this character myself. But looking at this image here, if we saw this in live action, it would be very interesting. I'm sure of that. So we've got a couple more posts here just to check out. So this one here from Job Huts. Today is my birthday, so I celebrate with my new artwork featuring the whole Daily Planet squad. I'm trying to mix different techniques from CG and digital painting. So this guy here, he's taken it upon himself to do some artwork. This is the crew of the Daily Planet here, which is really cool to see. It's all of the actors kind of together, and this is kind of reminiscent of a scene that we might potentially get within the movie, looking at the Daily Planet crew. And I think it's really fun, it's really cool, and it's a great piece of artwork, you know. And shout out to Job, what was his name? Job Huts. Yeah, great piece of artwork there, man, if you're watching. And we have the final post here. So from DCU Updates again. Looks like Superman will have some help, or will he? The army has arrived in Metropolis. So this is where... So this is where things are getting very, very interesting here, guys. As you can see in the background here, let me just pause this for a second. So let's go through this quickly. So we've got a police car in the foreground here. As it pans to the right, we have this rubble here. And as we keep panning to the right, we see this army truck here in the background turn up. So there's very interesting happenings going on on the set. What does this all mean? We're not really sure about the context, but I'm really interested to find out what's going to be happening in this movie. Like I said, that rubble there that's in the street, it could be to do with that newspaper clipping where it says the building collapsed and Superman was saving those people. So we'll have to see if that's the same event. But let's go back over to the article and just finish off here, guys. So, up until now, the only major reveal for the set photos have been a glimpse of Maria Gabriela De Faria in costume as the engineer. We did, however, get a first official look at David Corenswet in the super suit a few weeks ago. Yeah, that image of him putting on his boots with the kind of the blast going on in the background through the window, that was an awful first look. I tore it apart. I hated that image. Showing that as the first official image of David Corenswet as Superman was just not a good image to show whatsoever. This image showed an already battle-tested Man of Steel putting his boots on to deal with putting his boots on to deal with another potential catastrophe. While effective, it's fair to say that many fans weren't overly impressed. Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed whatsoever. And that's kind of where we are, guys. The rest of the article is just going on to list the cast list. We already know all that, so we don't really need to go into that. But yeah, so I just wanted to showcase some of these images coming out of the set of Superman 2025. And I think they're really, really cool. Again, that blurry image of Superman with his hands on his hips, showing his trunks on the outside. That's really cool. And him on the track, saving that train. Really, really cool to see. Classic Superman imagery right there. So guys, with that down, I want to throw it off to you. What do you think about these images coming out of the Superman 2025 movie? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it looks bad? Are you excited for this project, or do you just not care about DC or Superman whatsoever? Whatever your thoughts are, pop them down in the comment section below. Cannot wait to hear what you have to say about this as always, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Smash that like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.